Hey, good morning, everybody. Uh, man, I really didn't expect this many people to be here this early in the morning, especially on a Tuesday when after a Labor Day weekend. But again, thank you so much for for coming out. I know I greatly appreciate you guys, supporting pretty much everything that I do. It doesn't fall, it doesn't go unnoticed on my behalf, and I really do appreciate. Um, you guys continually your constant support and you know i'm just I'm happy that at least I'm doing stuff that you guys enjoy, and that's keeps me motivated and wanting to do some more. But let's start off well real quick. Well, before we get that with that, um kind of why you're here. Again, this is another episode of The Plug. I believe this is number 14. um Again, we're going to be talking about 7 channels that I've come across, um recently on YouTube, that are, part of the hobby community, the aquarium community. And I really wanted to highlight these channels for different reasons. Each one of them has its own valid reason why I kind of want to talk about them today. And hopefully, if you weren't aware of them, that they become a channel that you might discover and enjoy. And who knows, maybe at the end of the day you subscribe to them and you continue to support their work. A lot of these channels are in their early stages. They're just starting to build up a catalog of videos and things like that. Exception of one of them who's already been kind of established in our community for quite some time. But I hadn't seen him in a while until the other day, where he popped in one of my live streams and kind of remembered. It's like, oh, yeah, it's definitely somebody I need to make a mention of. But with that being said, let's get going into this and acknowledge some of you guys that are already here. KJE Aquatics, Keith, thank you for joining us. Fernando, long time no see. I hope you're doing well, brother. Fishion Tantix, MNC Aquatics, thank you for being here. Audra Myers, Adam McReynolds, Craig's Catfish Cave, Ed Aquatic Exotics. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning. Um, Again, this one is a little bit different of a live stream, because the reality is I kind of count on on the fact that I know most of you guys won't be able to make it live early on a weekday, but it's kind of set up to be watched as a replay at your own time. But I do appreciate you guys that do take the time to be here. Koi, the Koi Pit, thank you for being here. Stephen P. Aquatics, the Jay, the Nano Aquarium guy, Big Steve, Jody P, thank you for coming in. Man, you guys are really rolling in this morning. Another one that's probably really late at night, Prodigal Aquarius, thank you for coming in. So with that being said, let's get into some of these channels. I kind of did a little bit of prep work because the last one I did, I forgot to share the screen. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Uh, uh, and I started talking, and it was like 3 channels in that finally I realized I was not sharing my screen with you guys. So I made sure I addressed that today, so we don't have a repeat of that. So let me go ahead and bring this up to the screen, and let's get started with the very first channel. First one I want to talk about is Sweet Paulie. Sweet Paulie is relatively new to me. I didn't realize Sweet Paulie was making content until recently, that I was able to be on one of the live streams and was able to have I had moderation abilities, and was able to go check out his channel. Let me see. Let's get there. Let me double check, make sure you guys. Yep, it's coming up. Again, this is a relatively small channel, so you guys can see Sweet Paulie's only got 38 subscribers, and I believe he's only got a few shorts that he's done. I actually just won it. Oh, that's a video, and I think he's done a few shorts, like 6 of them or 7 of them. So to me, this is a clear indication that Sweet Paulie is really thinking about trying to do some content, create some content. I know I've seen Sweet Paulie in several of the live streams that happen throughout the day, And I think Sweet Paulie, the way I kind of came across his channel, and I guess I'm going to give you a little bit of insight as to how I tend to find a lot of these channels, and how I become aware of them. One of the things, obviously, I've been doing this for quite some time, and I've told you guys that the algorithm is kind of now to the point where it kind of recommends a lot of these really new channels. Like today, I found a channel that had just posted their very first video, and I was the very first subscriber. So I was kind of excited to be the very first one to subscribe to this channel. It's Donovan Tanks. We'll talk about him in a future a plug that I do. But I just thought it was really cool that YouTube is kind of becoming aware that I'm looking for these channels and it's recommending them to me. And so I thought that was really, really neat. So let me make sure. Yeah, okay, I'm still on the screen because right now I'm on the tab for the YouTube. Sweet Paulie. One of the other things that I do a lot is, especially on all of you guys that I follow, and when I finish watching one of the videos that any of you guys post, I like to go into the comment section. Um, and the reason I do that is because, well, first I'm going to post a comment, obviously, but then I like to see who's commenting on there, and I start looking for names that I don't recognize. And if I see somebody that's posted on there, and if they're, hey, Alex Beto, oh, the Alex, that's a new one. Thank you for being here. I don't recognize your It's the first time I don't recognize your avatar or the name, but thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And one of the things that I'll do is I'll look in the comment sections, and if I see, for example, the little avatars that you guys have on by your channel name, if it has any indication of a fish channel, I automatically go in there and will subscribe, because that's one of the nice things that YouTube has allowed, is for you to be able to click on the handle, and it'll take you to their channel. Even if the person doesn't have any subscribers, or hey Jimmy, thanks for being here, man. Even if the person doesn't have any subscribers or videos, I still subscribe, because on the offhand that they decide to start posting stuff, and that way, if I'm already subscribed, I might get a notification that they're doing that. And I believe Sweet Paulie is one of those people that I found in the comments of somebody's video, and that's how I kind of found his channel, and then started seeing him pop up in some of the chats, and that's how that channel kind of became a word to me. So as we can see, they've been posting some shorts. Obviously, just off of looking off of this, we can tell that they obviously keep shrimp. They like planet tanks. He's got a couple other fish in there. I can see off of some of these shorts. He's got some rasbora, so it looks like it's a community aquarium setup. I don't have an indication as to how many tanks they might have, but at least they have two. It looks like, because it looks like it's a community tank with shrimp and some rasboras and coolie loaches and things like that, and then obviously a tank where he has some sort of cichlid severums. So there's just been posting little, sharing their aquarium, which is always cool. They do have one video. I don't remember this. No, yeah, it's just a video of one of their shrimps, but it's really cool because here we get to see the initiations of a channel, and we get to probably grow with them to see which direction they're going to go, what information they're going to share with us. Because I know as a content creator, it takes us, at least in my situation, it took me really a while to figure out which path or direction I was going to go in. It wasn't like I started my channel and I instantly knew exactly what I was going to do. As a matter of fact, my channel has been evolving. You go look back at some of the initial videos that I was doing, a lot of DIY stuff, and then as I've been in the hobby a little bit longer, I share some of my information that I've learned along the way. So I feel like my channel is growing as much as I am, and and it's a little bit of a reflection of that. And so finding Sweet Paulie's channel, that's one of the things that I look forward to, especially with the smaller channels, to kind of see what direction they decide to go in. And I think like a lot of us, we enjoy watching other people's aquariums. It's always, at least I find it very interesting to be able to see that. Hey, Night Owl, thanks for coming in. Hopefully this time I did do correct, where if you go to the description, if you're new here and you're seeing some of these channels and you're interested in finding them, if you type in a lot of the times the channel name, because they're so small, it's going to be really hard to find them. So one of the things that I like to do is, if you go to the description of this live stream, you should be able to find all the channels in there, and all their links should be hyperlinked directly to their channel. And I think it just makes it so much easier to try to find them, because as you guys saw right now, even just typing in Sweet Paulie's handle, he didn't really come up immediately. So that's Sweet Paulie. The next one might a lot of us might recognize, but maybe we weren't aware of the fact that she was creating content, and that is Assiah. Let me see. Let me get her up here. Assiah in Arkansas. See, did I spell it right? There she is. I think I came across Assiah's channel after Aquashella, or during Aquashella, as a matter of fact. I think she did a video of her taking a trip to Aquashellas. I think that was like and that was the one, I think it was last year. Matter of fact, here it is. Dallas, the one in Dallas in 2025. So it's this year. That's how I became aware of her channel. And ever since then, obviously she had been posting content way before that. So this is the one that I think what it was, I think when the very first Aquashella this year was coming up, I was trying to see if anybody was posting any content like they've done in the past. And she was one of the few ones that was actually sharing some of the videos. And I even think this is not even this year. I think this is last year. So, this is going back to 2023. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Assiah's been posting some videos for quite some time, and it wasn't until recently that I think a lot of us have become aware of her. And I know that she likes going to a lot of the events, because she's been, if I'm not mistaken, obviously the Aquashella in Dallas, and then I think she went to San Antonio, because if I'm not mistaken, she was live streaming with Eddie and Mike. Excuse me. And so and ever since then, she's really become a part of our community. She's very active in participating in a lot of the live streams. A big supporter of my channel. So I just obviously a big just a member of the community that's really integrated herself into our community. And even though most of you guys might already be subscribed to her channel, I'm finding out that a lot of people are finding the plug that are not necessarily already part of the community. So that's why I want to highlight some of these channels too, even though we know they're become regulars in a lot of our live streams. For anybody that's coming in new, it gives them an opportunity to go find somebody else within the community that and make them aware that they're also posting content. So if you guys see her out there, make sure you guys say hi. And if you haven't subscribed, go check her out. Go check out her channel. Hey, Ross, check out her channel. If you like what she's doing, give her a like and subscribe. Hey, Kyle. Hey, no, wait. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow is your live stream, correct? Hopefully, I'm not stepping on you. I kind of looked and I didn't see. Actually, no, that's a lie. I didn't look today. But I'm gonna keep this short, anyways, in case you were going today. Hopefully, God, I should have checked. I didn't check. I assumed. Big mistake. Hey, Christian. So that's her channel there. I think currently she's sitting at, okay, she's picked up a few subscribers. When I decided that well, I guess this is when I found her channel, she had 115. It's up to 118 now. So I know she's been in a few live streams, so she's she's working up her catalog of YouTube of content creation, and obviously she's staying very active, and she could definitely benefit from the support of all of us as much as she supports us. So that's the channel number 2 is Assiah's channel. This next one is interesting. The reason I found it was an extremely nice person. I've met her in several times. Yes, yeah, and I immediately got that from her from the very first video that she posted. She's very down to earth, very sincere. There doesn't it doesn't appear that she's putting on an act at all. So I tend to gravitate towards people that are like that. And and I'm fairly sure I think most of us can appreciate somebody that's very genuine. And so Brandon, thank you for coming in. Jody P. Sam, thanks for being here. Renee, let's see, Alex. I said Kyle. Man, you guys are really coming in. But so that was channel number 2. The next one, this one is interesting. This is basically a store in Pennsylvania. The reason I found this channel was because for a brief moment there, I thought I was going to be able to get out to the Clash this year. And one of the things that I was when looking at flights, there was going to be a big sitting in chemo right now. Thanks for oh wow. Hopefully that's going well, Keith. And stay strong. And there's always that time where you have to check out, get to the airport, and there's a bunch of dead time between that time and your flight goes. That I thought, wow, what's close to Philadelphia that I could also take advantage of the fact that I'm there and create some content. And this is one of the stores because one of the things I did is like I typed best aquatic store in Philadelphia. While this store is not necessarily in the metro area, I believe they're a little bit north of Philadelphia, but it wasn't kidding when it said it's a really nice store. So with that being said, let me introduce you guys to Elite Menagerie Habitats. And I believe Louise is I guess she does all the content for them. I don't know, or she's affiliated with the store. I don't know if she's a store owner, excuse me, or she just does the content, um but yeah, that this is the channel that I'm talking about. This is the video where I discovered their channel when I was looking for the store. It even has the address on there. I don't know what's in my throat. Hold on. If I remember correctly, I looked on Google Maps. Get the dismiss. Get pop-up ads. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the fact that they were listening to 50 cents as they're doing the tour of the store. But this is definitely the types of stores that I really like visiting. It's very well thought out. They're keeping it's obviously kind of evolved. This is I think at the opening of the store or something like that. But they're in Argyle. I guess this is the way you pen Argyle in Pennsylvania, which I believe is just north of Philadelphia. If I remember correctly, I think it was like 45 minutes to an hour north of the airport because I was kind of looking for stuff around the airport. And one I don't know if I don't think this short has it, but it's also kind of a store that caters to a lot of aquascaping. They had something that was very cool. I've seen the sandboxes, and some of them will do like cutout cardboard boxes that you can use to skate, but they actually built some like wood frames, and it looked like they had like a 5-gallon, 10-gallon, 20-gallon, and they kept going up like that. And you can pretty much lay those frames in the sandbox so that it lines out the size of the aquarium that you have, and you can kind of skate. Or if you're looking to buy a hardscape, you can kind of see if it's going to fit in your aquarium. I don't know if this one shows it, but it's um I'll look for that short where I saw that because I think it's on a short. Let me go back. Lately, I've been looking at a lot of fantasy football stuff. So that's why it keeps recommending me that stuff. Let's see, where is that? Okay, let me go in here, which I thought that was really interesting, a way to cater to people that are aquascaping and stuff like that. So where's that short? Is it this one? I was kind of cruising through all the stuff they had. Uh, is it on the shop up? I don't know. I thought it was gonna. I don't like that. I don't know. In the shorts, excuse me, it doesn't give you the videos you've seen already. It doesn't have that view bar on the bottom. So no, I'd have to go through a lot of these videos to figure out which one it was. But anyways, I thought it was really cool. That was something that was very interesting that they had. Is it this one? I know they're having a sale. Lately, a lot of the stuff they've been posting is kind of like the sales they've got going on. They're showing you some of the fish they have in inventory, which is kind of neat because if you're looking for something in particular, you can see without having to take a trip down there. You can quickly look and see if they have what you want, and if you see it, well, then you take off and go visit the store. Yeah, I don't think this is the one that showed that. But anyways, I'll let you guys kind of browse through their channel. Again, for those of you guys that are going to the clash, well, if you're waiting at the airport and you have some time to kill, this might be a store that you guys can go check out on your way out or on your way in, depending on the timing of your flights. And it'll give you something extra to do, maybe even an opportunity to create a video for your channel. And also just that it looks like it's a really neat store. It's kind of call it like a little boutique store. Hey, Sonny, thanks for being here. SC Catahulis, thank you for joining me. Brandon, thanks for coming in. Uncle Smiley, thanks for being here. Sarah, Skitty Nona, thank you for being here. I've been on the other side. Oh, Barbara Jackson, thank you for being here. I missed you. Oops. All right, settle down. I'm bumping into things all over. Okay, so that's channel number 3. Channel number 4, you're also going to recognize the name. It's somebody that has been pretty active in a lot of our live streams. He hails from Florida, more specifically Southwest Florida. Oh no, that's not. Yeah, I forgot that there's another guy down there. It's a fishing channel. I'm kind of curious if that's his channel also, but this is the one that I want to highlight. Here we go. That's a short that he did of his fish room. He's got I know he has another channel where he does a lot of what do you call it, the metal detecting. And he'll sometimes come up on our chats with that channel and say hi, and then go back down. But obviously he's been involved creating some content on his channel, sharing some of his fish room. A lot of what he does, which is pretty interesting, is that he'll capture a lot of his fish breeding. For example, there's a live stream. A lot of his live streams are just that. It's he's got one on some black rams that I thought was really cool. This one right here. Even though it's long, you get to see. I guess he noticed the breeding behavior that was taking place, and decided to put the camera and just let it run. So for people that are breeding, I think this is like super valuable, because if you're trying to breed a species of fish, of course it's going to give me the ads. Well, that's okay, because that generates revenue. Well, if we get them to 1,000, that'll be revenue. So he went in there and he started noticing that the behavior was going to start. So he captured it, and he didn't take the camera off of it at all. But if you're trying to breed fish, this helps, because it's information that's out there so that you can tell maybe the fish are getting ready to breed, or they're ready, they're in their dress or whatever. It's just these behaviors that sometimes we might see and not understand what's going on. I thought that was really cool, and he's got several of these videos, not only for the Rams, but he also has them for his angelfish. So that's something I necessarily hadn't seen before. He doesn't do any of the editing; it's just raw footage, which is fine. I I can appreciate that because I don't edit anything anyways. And then he'll take some of this footage and turn them into the shorts, which is a lot of what you see in there. And I just thought that that was something very interesting. There might be other channels that are doing it, but I just haven't come across it. I just thought this was really neat because you actually get to see the whole from beginning to end where they start cleaning the stone. If you watch it long enough, you'll see where they start laying the eggs. I think where I stopped, the whole rock was covered in eggs, and I thought that was really really interesting. It's something different. I think it's an opportunity to learn a little bit more that he's documenting that. So I got to pay that for Keith. It's porn. What's porn? Let's see. What are you guys talking about? Anyways, let me see what happened. Oh, Alex. He's been a member for 20 months. Thank you, Alex. He's also that's a channel you don't want to go watch. I know I do a lot of plugs and recommendations. The one disclaimer is don't go watch Fathom. I'm kidding. Of course, you got to go watch Fathom. He's probably one of the best editors in our community out there. And there's a few of them. Him that I really enjoy what they do. Alex, if you go watch Alex videos, it's like watching a professional production, like a commercial. Um, I still, I think by far one of his best works that he's done is on that hang on the back video that he did for is it Fluval? I just it just blows me away. I could have sworn I was watching Fluval had paid an advertising company to make a video for them. That's how good it is. Stephen P is another person that I really enjoy watching his videos. The way he edits and his personality really shines through in a lot of the videos. And obviously Matt Gray, but he's a professional editor. So, and he's also he has his own channel, but he's been so busy doing other stuff. And I think right now he's a full-time editor for Aquarium Reptile. Where is it? Aquarium Depot, Reptile Depot, or something like that, up in Sacramento. So he does all the editing for them, and so he's been busy doing that. Okay, so that's uh, SWFL Aquatics, Southwest Florida, or SWFL, as a lot of I've heard people call them. So yeah, that's his. Yeah, Aquarium and Reptile Depot. Thank you, Alex. And so if you watch any videos from the store, that's another neat store. And I'm really hoping that I get to go do a tour of that store in the near future. I do have family in the Bay Area, south of the Bay Area, and we've been talking about going to visit them. And if I do that, there's a couple of people that I want to go see, and that's definitely one of the stops that I want to make. So maybe in the near future. I also want to go up there for at least one time to the the event they have there out of the fish club. It's I can't remember what it's called. Audra, what's the name of the event that you guys have twice a year, I believe? This year it just happens to fall on the same dates as Aquashella in LA. Um, Findig, that's what it is. It's Findig. I couldn't remember. But yeah, that's definitely an event that I love to be able to get up there. So okay, so that was him. And then this is somebody else that I got introduced thanks to my friend Steven from Warrior Planet Tanks. And that's Larry D's um Larry D's Chilihead. Yeah, he changed it. It used to be different. The name of the channel. I don't think he had it. I think it was just Chili had something or but he kind of Uh, Aquatics. He's been around for a long time. Uh, definitely. Here's where it gets. I kind of do enjoy these. This is something that YouTube tells you not to do, or they were telling you for a long time not to do. To mix personal hobbies. If you were gonna do like a RC model cars, that's all you had to post. Or if you were doing RC cars, or if you were doing aquatic, that's all you had to do. And that used to be what they used to tell you to do before. And I think recently they've kind of changed their tune on that. And they're talking about just post whatever you want to post, you know. And Larry D is one of those guys. He does not only the aquatic side uh, of things, but he's also, as the name would imply, he's got like three things that you can get from his channel. He's a big horror genre enthusiast. So his fish room, let me see, where's the I think there was one video where he does kind of a little bit of a tour of his fish room. So you're gonna see a bunch of Kyle. You would enjoy his channel because I know you guys kind of like a lot of the horror genre, and and he has a lot of that stuff. He does videos on them too, if I'm not mistaken. And where was that? Is it this one? Oh well, yeah, I saw that. And he tries a lot of the. Let me see. Let me move it forward. There we go. That's how far I want to go. And he also does a lot of the hot sauces. He does hot sauce reviews, which I tip my hat to him because some of the stuff he's eating, there's no way in hell. I was laughing because I commented on this video when I first saw this. This is where mine is. I totally forgot that he does a hot sauce. I told Larry, man, when I first saw it, I thought it was your whiskey collection because that's what I thought. Because that's obviously something I like. But he was laughing. He goes, "No, it's the hot sauce." And I think he mentions in this video that he's coming back to do a lot of the reviews. But there's no doubting that Larry likes the hot stuff. He's eating some stuff in there that I he in so much pain that I can feel the pain. That's how bad it is for him. But he still keeps eating it. I don't, I tip my hat to him because a lot of the stuff that he eats, there's no way in this world that I would try. And I like hot stuff, but I don't like the blow the top of your head kind of hot stuff. He takes it to the next level, and the level above that, and the level above that. So yeah, I think the hot ones would be a joke for him based on some of the stuff that I see him eat. But that's Larry D's Chilihead Aquatics. He does a little bit of those three hobbies. If you're into the horror genre, um, definitely give him a like because you're gonna like some of the stuff that he does. If you like hot sauces, well, that's also you're gonna find some of that here. And obviously, if you like aquariums, definitely has aquariums too. He's been kind of absent for a little bit. I don't know what's been going on with his channel, but it looks like he mentioned in this last video that he's going to start doing stuff. I know he went through a big remodel of his fish room, um, and he's got like a corner. That was the corner for the hot sauce, and then he's got a corner, and I don't remember which video it was in, where he keeps all his model toys of the. I think they're the 12-inch model toys of all the, like Jason, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, all that kind of stuff. And I I'm almost sure he's probably got like a video collection of all these movies too. But that's Larry D's Chilihead Aquatics. I know some of you guys have had an opportunity to meet him in person at the Clash. I think he might have mentioned in one of the live streams that he's going to be going there this year. I thought I saw that mentioned, but I'm not sure. Hey Ben, thanks for coming in. Let me see if Cinnamon Girl, thank you for coming in. Jacob, any fish will do. Thank you for being here, my man. Let me see. Oh, Convicts Aquatics. Thank you for coming in. You guys kind of slipped in. That's the dope display. Yeah. No, you ought to see the stuff that he has for like I said, the I don't know what you call them, dolls or but yeah, the models that he has. he's got a bunch of them, and I know you would really enjoy that stuff because I've heard you talk about it in the past. So that's definitely a channel that's right up your aisle, Kyle. So that's Larry D's channel. The next one, this one was really interesting because I just recently found out that I've had this is like they're family members, and I didn't know that. But again, I think the reason I discovered John's channel of Cichlid Heaven is because of Jacob or Jake from Fish List. Um, Again, I go to those comments in the sections and I see I don't see necessarily the comments, but I'm seeing who's posting on there. And if I see anything that resembles, again, either the channel name or the avatar that resembles anything with fish keeping, I automatically will click on it. And this happens to be that. And I didn't know they were related until I was trying to do a little bit more research on this channel. This is his channel. He's got the ultimate man cave, in my opinion. Um, but where is it? This right here. When I saw this, I said, oh, Jake did a tour of what the hell's going on with my. All right, let me scroll down right here. This is Jake's channel. He's been on. He not only was he one of the channels that I talked about, but he was also a guest on one of my live streams. So when I saw this picture, I said, "Oh, I got to definitely check this out," because I wanted to see what Jake had to say about him. And in the first opening, Jake goes, "Yeah, I just wanted to introduce you guys to one of his influences when it came to fish keeping." So I was like, and then he says, "Oh, it's my Uncle John." I was like, "Oh man, what a small world!" And so that was really cool to find that out. I don't know why I got so excited about it, but I just thought it was really interesting. I got to know a little bit more about John's channel from this video alone than even watching some of the stuff. But the real reason why I really got interested in John's channel is because I don't know if he cares for an aquarium that's this one right here. It's in the school, at elementary school, and I'm assuming that he works there. Now, I don't know if he's a teacher or he's part of the administrative staff. He doesn't. I don't think he says if that's in a classroom. For I think in one of the videos, this is how much of a stalker I am. It seems like it might be in the teacher's lounge. And the reason I say that is because he's doing the video, he's showing the tank, and you can hear the chatter in the back, and it sounds like nothing but adults. And so that's why I believe it's somewhere like in the teacher's lounge. And if he watches this, hopefully he'll be able to correct me, because again, I'm going out on a limb and making an assumption based on limited information that I've been able to come to be able to find. But this is the one video that that really made me subscribe initially, because I saw that he was doing stuff in the classroom, and I thought that was really, really cool. Let me see. So yeah, he was just doing maintenance, and I think he's got a few of them. No, this is the wrong video. This is the one where he's putting in some bala sharks. The other one was just doing a tour from Paula's tank. Yeah, so yeah, this is a different video. I hadn't seen this one yet, but it kind of looks like exactly. Let me see if I can find the one that I'm exactly talking about, because he actually talks a little bit about that aquarium. I think the title's even. Let's see. West Point Mill? No, that's not it. I know that's a video on that, but I don't know. So he's done a few videos on that tank. It's got to be way back here. Is this it? Yeah, this is the one that I was watching. And it's obviously African cichlid tank, which makes sense because Jake's, that's also some of the fish that he keeps. And he's kind of giving you the rundown of this aquarium, how long it's been up and running, some of the issues that he's had with it and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool. But this is the first video that I got to see from John. The other stuff that I didn't realize is the fact that he was building out his own fish room, and you can see it here in his avatar. But I think I saw the one video where he was starting to build the stands. So this is kind of the process. He's kind of been sharing that along. Um, this is the one that where he's kind of building it out, and you get to see this is about 5 months ago, where he's building the stands and stuff like that. He's got some pretty big tanks that are going in there. This is the before. So this is why I say it's like the ultimate man cave, because I enjoy pool, and what a better place to have your pool table, but also have your aquarium. So I thought that was really, really, really neat. And he'll go through the whole video and kind of show you how he built those stands and stuff like that. But I figured that I just thought it was a nice coincidence. Jorge, I'll have to send you more channels. I found about 2 pages worth of them. Yeah, I'm surprised how much there is. They have all this page in here, and I've been kind of whittling down. That's why you've been seeing a lot of these videos, is because as long as the ball doesn't, that's why you got to be. You got to know what you're doing on that pool table. You're not gonna go ham on it. And I've accumulated quite a bit of channels that it's allowed me to do a little bit more of these, because I kind of neglected these for a short time. There was a long period of time where I wasn't doing these, and but right now I've got plenty of channels. But yeah, I'm more than send me what you got. I'll go check them out, and we'll definitely give them a look and plug them. I mean, to me, that's just the best way to be able to grow our community. There's nothing, I guess, more welcoming than I guess doing this. To me, in my opinion, if somebody would have done this for my channel, I would have been like, oh wow, that's cool. They want me to be part of the community, because when we all start out, unless you are already kind of aware that there's a large group of people that kind of hang out and associate with each other. When you start out, you're kind of out on an island by yourself. I was very fortunate that I had been participating in the chats way longer, even before the name of Mexicali Fishkeeper. I was under George Sanchez, and I was participating for several years, commenting and interacting with people. So when I started my channel, it didn't seem that weird, and I knew there was a group of you guys out there that I could associate with. But I find that a lot of channels that start up their YouTube channels, for the most part, they watch a lot of the bigger channels, like we all have done, and we still do. That's to just one degree or another. But those people are not necessarily going to be aware of the fact that you started posting content and stuff like that. And I think in our group of our circle of friends and stuff like that, we tend to really support each other. It's not uncommon to out the day to the different live streams to continue to run into most of you guys at one point or another. And I think that's what really makes our group very, very special, because you start creating these bonds with people. And I don't know, that's kind of what I enjoy about this whole hobby anyways. So that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, so the last channel number 7, this one, there's very little information on it. I know it's somebody that probably for the last year has been starting popping up in our live streams. I believe the very first time I saw this person was on Aquafunk's channel when he does the verticals. So which I think that's one of the benefits of doing the vertical live streams, is that it's going to send it out to the world, and not necessarily a niche or a group of people. And there are some pluses, some minuses for doing the verticals. The plus is you don't know who's coming in, because all it is people are scrolling through the live streams and they could accidentally stumble on your channel. And I think Kymco is one of those that I think accidentally stumbled into a live stream that was about fish and decided to stay, to the point where they started creating little shorts. This is at this very, you could tell they're figuring it out, but they're wanting to share what they have, which I think is really cool. Um, Again, like a lot of beginners, if there's one thing about the addition of shorts, is that I think it's allowed a lot of new, not I'm going to say new content creators, but that were probably, they've been around the community for so long, to kind of dip their toes into creating content, because it's real easy to do a short, because it's, anywhere. I think what they're up to 3 minutes now, but for the most part, 10 seconds of a footage from your aquarium, and you want to share it. You don't have to talk. Um, YouTube will allow you to add music to it if that's what you choose to do, as long as it's not over a minute. So it kind of, I really like the fact that it allows for a lot of the new content creators that are not necessarily very confident to get in front of the camera just yet, to really give you that opportunity to start doing something, something that Father Fish found me to start, and I didn't use to watch much of. Okay. And so, it's one of those things where it's really, really interesting. Um, I personally like watching the evolution of channels and seeing the growths go along. Um, for me, that's very enjoyable. But again, uh, somebody that I see regularly, not only in my live streams, I see them on Funks, and I've seen them on a few other ones. Um, Somebody that the reason I'm even bringing them up is because obviously they're looking into creating some content, and so just kind of bringing some awareness to the fact that it's a newer channel. They're still trying to find their footing as to what kind of content they're going to create. But at least now you're aware of it. You could, if you want to go check it out and see the progression, you can do that. Or you might want to just wait until they become, they figure out what they're going to do, and then start following them. But at least now you know that somebody else within our chats that has a active content creating, or just sharing in general. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go out and do these educational videos or how-to videos, but at the bare minimum, they're going to share the tanks that they have, which that's one of the things that I always get very curious about is, what kind of tanks you're keeping. And more often than not, I am really surprised how good they are. They don't, I'm like, you're holding out on us. How dare you? How dare you hold out on the rest of us and not show us what you got, what you're working with? But those are the 7 channels that I kind of wanted to bring some attention to. They're still, I mean, I still must have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 channels that I got to bring to you guys. And that's not including some of the ones that I continue to find, and even some of you guys that are here. And it's something that I should have done much sooner. But I'm sorry for that, but I'm getting around to it. I need to correct some mistakes that I hadn't done. But I'm getting around to getting those fixed. So with that being said, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me for this little short amount of time. You guys take care. Bye bye.